There will be a point in your awakening process where the matrix, the systems of control, whether they're internal or external, are going to begin to reject you. It's just like in the movie The Matrix when Neo wakes up and Agent Smith starts to pursue him and is trying to get rid of him. There will be a point, and there's no formula for awakening. There's no recipe, there's no rule book. There are certainly commonalities and there are certain cycles that seem to occur within everyone's experience, but how you deal with it is up to you. The way that you engage with it will be completely unique to you. But there's definitely a part of the process when you begin to reach deeper layers of yourself through the awakening journey and you have begun to shed and discard and release the old inauthentic parts, that the matrix kind of becomes aware of you and starts to push you out the door. It's like you just can't fit there anymore. Your energy becomes incompatible and it just starts to shift you into a new reality. It's like you feel the vibrations and the rumbles and you awaken into a new version of yourself, a new version of your belief systems, a new version of your reality. Things feel different. Things seem different. Things look different because they are different. I've even had the experience of driving down the road where I've driven 100 times and going, wait, was that building always there? I don't remember ever having seen that building before. And whether or not it was there or not, or whether or not I'm just suddenly in a different version of reality where that building is now something I can see, I don't know. I'm split between the middle. Part of me is the skeptic and is like, oh, whatever, you've just never noticed it before. And the other part of me that's the eternal, magical optimist is like, oh my God, you're in a new version of reality. You've jumped dimensions. My point here is that when you find yourself in a new reality, when the old ways and the old beliefs and the old habits and patterns begin to feel like they're rejecting you and they're saying, dude, go. Like, you don't need us anymore. We can't help you anymore. You don't fit here anymore. You've outgrown us. There's no juice left in this fruit for you. Trust that. Trust that. And I understand when we reach these breakthrough moments, when we are in a new version of reality and suddenly things are different, we don't always have an understanding of what to do now. Well, who am I now? Where do I go now? What do I do now? It's like when you move to a new city or a new neighborhood and suddenly you're like, well, I don't know where my favorite coffee shop is. I don't know where my favorite restaurant is. I don't know what my favorite shortcut is. I don't know where the park is and the places I'm going to hang out, where I'm going to go for my walk or my run or take my dog or whatever. But it's the same process of discovery. And we are in one of those moments right now where collectively in August, this big shift happened. And then through August and September and October, we were really integrating and embodying these new energies, which feel new, but they're really ancient. They're not new. They're just parts of us that have begun to be present within our day-to-day physical experience now. And that shifts things, that changes things. And so it's like there's a new playbook, there's a new rule book, there's a new way to be. And we're in the process of discovering that. So allow the process, allow the not knowing, allow the discomfort of, I don't know, I don't have an answer. And in fact, that's a great mantra. I don't know. When are you going to do this? I don't know. Where are you going to go now? I don't know. What do you want to do next? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to have for lunch. How can I possibly decide which direction my life is taking from an existential perspective? Because when we're creating something new, the new creation can only happen from the unknown. If you already have an understanding of it and there's a formula, it's not new. That's fast food. Fast food is the same everywhere. No matter where you go in in this country, the cheeseburger and the French fries and the hamburger and the chicken sandwich is going to be all exactly the same because it's standardized. It's a formula. It is designed to give you the exact same experience no matter where you go. So if you are having the exact same experience or trying to recreate the exact same experience, you're in the mind and you're not in the moment. You're not in the now. You're not in the new. So allow yourself not to know. Allow yourself to explore and be curious and try things on and try things out and see how it feels. Pay attention to the quieter voices within that are saying, hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? Go do that thing. Try that thing. Look at that website. Read that book. Look at that video. Email that person. Pay attention to the things that don't necessarily make sense. Pay attention to the things that you're curious about but don't fully understand. Because if you want a new life, it can only come from outside of your lived history. Certainly you stand on the foundation of what you have experienced up until this point, but that is not what you create from. So let yourself not know, let yourself be uncomfortable and listen. When the old life is saying, get the fuck out, listen.